Welcome to the Midterm Study Guide. I want to give you some helpful tips that will give you some direction while you're working through the midterm itself and also go over the writing section. First off, let's talk about chronology. Chronology is the study of dates, but more specifically, arranging past events in the correct order. This will help you when studying for the midterm. One thing I think is good to do is to go ahead and review the chapters and make notes on the timeline of each civilization, making sure that you've arranged the civilizations as you go through chapters 1 through 6 in correct order. That way, when you see a question, for example, about the Syrians, you know which chapter to look at instead of having to waste time and thumb through your book. So that would be my first step, is to go through the chapters, make a list of each civilization and when they occurred, just so you can go back through your book and when time comes and make sure that you can find the question easily. Because that's key. You are going to be under a time limit. It's going to be about an hour and a half, so you don't want to waste too much time having to thumb through your book. That way you know everything's in the correct order. The next one is key terms. Now you'll notice that the author highlights certain words as through each chapter and each section. Those are key terms. So it's a good idea to make yourself generally familiar with those basic key terms. For example, when you see a word polis, for example, on a question, you'll know that question is about the Greeks. Then you can go back through the chapter of Greeks and make sure to see where that question popped up. Also, the word pharaoh, you'll know, well, that word comes from the Egyptians, so you'll know to go back to the section about Egyptians and not waste your time, for example, trying to go through something about the pharaohs when you're reading through Roman civilization. So the key is just maximizing your time potential in this. Now with the writing section, there's two things I want you guys to pay particular attention to with the writing section. One is leadership, and three specific leaders, Cyrus, Caesar, and Alexander. I want you to remember about our discussions in class about leadership and what's important for leaders, and then I also want you to review those three specific leaders, Alexander, Cyrus, and Caesar. Make sure you can go back and review the videos that I posted about them as well to help you along with that question. The second one is Hammurabi's Code and the 12 tables from the Roman civilization. Those are the laws that we studied. There's going to be a question specifically on those two, comparing and contrasting them. So make sure to make yourselves familiar with Hammurabi's Code and the 12 Roman tables. Well, best of luck. I'll be seeing you in the second half of class. Like I said, you're going to have an hour and a half to go through this. There'll be true and false questions and also a writing section. Now, I'm sure you guys will do great. You guys did good on the quiz, and so you'll be able to keep up the momentum while going into the midterm. So I'll see you in the second half of class on Monday. Bye, guys.